Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Thursday evening. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. It is going to be getting quite humid. That warm front's going to lift through over the course of tomorrow. These dew points will climb back into the mid-70s. Just for comparison, our dew points today have been about the low to mid-60s, and even that would put us kind of near that humid category. But now we're jumping up to the uncomfortable, if not the awful category with the dew points, and they'll stay there all the way through the weekend into early next week. Of course, that is kind of the first part of the equation. The other part is that temperatures will be getting into the low 90s for highs potentially over the next 4 days. And so when you look at the heat index, what it feels like on the skin, and this happens because when you sweat and it's so humid, you don't cool down as efficiently, so that will raise the heat index. We're going to be close to 100 for tomorrow, but then even hotter for Saturday, up to 105, and we'll be well into the triple digits for Sunday, and then still near that 100-degree mark for Monday before things start to cool down a little bit. Now, Storm Track 7 yellow alert day for sure, Saturday, Sunday. We may need to add one for tomorrow and Monday, but there is a little bit more uncertainty as to the cloud situation and if any rain or storms will come through. Now, what I'm thinking is that most of our storm chances over the next few days will be limited to mostly areas north of Highway 20, and the rest of the area potentially dry up until late Sunday. However, it is possible that some storms develop for tomorrow in, we'll say, eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, and then track through. That, of course, would limit the temperatures for tomorrow, but we're still kind of gathering the data on that. So here's what I'm expecting. Maybe some isolated activity in the north for tonight. Very hit or miss. Most of us stay dry. Throughout the day tomorrow, I do think we stay dry for the most part. We'll call it partly cloudy, but this is where things start to break down a little bit because there's probably going to be some storms that develop, at least in Minnesota, and they may drop down into northern Iowa, and that would especially be the case for Friday evening into Friday night. Now, this model not showing that, so again, there's just a lot of uncertainty as to what could happen. But we'll go into the day on Saturday looking dry. That allows temperatures to heat up. And then Saturday night, we might get clipped by some storms in far northeastern Iowa into early Sunday morning. Bottom line here, I'll go back, but basically any storms that we see, they could be strong just with how hot and humid it is going to be. So that's why you have these level 1 out of 5 risks for severe weather, especially late Friday into Friday night, and then again Saturday night. But you could see that's limited to our far northern counties. So that's where I'm expecting most of the action as far as rain is concerned. We'll call it a 20% chance tonight for some isolated activity. Lows will be down to the mid-60s with a light southeast wind. Tomorrow, same thing, 20% north, so you can basically take away from that most of the area is going to stay dry. It's going to be hot with high temperatures getting into the low 90s thanks to that south wind, and very humid. That could push that heat index up to near 100. City by city forecast. Saturday, again, same thing, dry for most, but Saturday night, far north, maybe a chance for some storms. Low to mid 90s there for high temperatures. That's probably the hottest and most humid day, but still a chance at the low to maybe even mid 90s on Sunday. And then we'll start to introduce more storm chances late in the day Sunday. Those chances will increase into Monday. And then we should be seeing the temperatures dropping after that, and a big pattern shift with highs in the low 80s and more sunshine by the middle of next week.